All right, Captain, we've got a mission today. We've got a mission to get to the spectacular. And the only way we got to do that is we got to take out a quite lovely team.
Yeah, this is going to be
6 degrees.
tough because we got. Listen, they're class acts, so we have to be class acts. We have to
treat
treat
them
them
our game up
with
them.
respect.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't think we'd be here. I thought maybe we would just do one match and then go home, and that was it, and say, hey, bye. That was fun.
I didn't.
I guess we're back.
I didn't. I knew we were going to be back in this spot. I knew we were going to be facing other opponents. I knew we were going to win last time. I knew we had some cards up our sleeves. So, I knew we were going to kill it. We're going to kill it today, for sure.
I must get to Roka. I must.
This is our climb to Roka.
This is our climb.
And I'm sad to say that we got to take out the ladies to do it.
I know, but it breaks my heart because I love these ladies, Stacy and Bree. I mean,
They're so awesome.
They're so awesome. This is going to be a fun match. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun match.
Respect.
But they are 6 degrees, but that just means that we're going to win by 6 points.
That's right. You know what? I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
I really don't know what to. Well, I know what to expect from
I
Team
know what
Trek,
to
actually.
expect.
We're going to have lots of facts and figures, lots of dates.
Definitely when not even needed.
Yes,
Lots of
absolutely.
dates.
Completely unnecessary months and years for movie release dates from Scott.
I know what they are working with.
We
They
know.
have very few holes.
They do.
So
They do.
Luckily, we only have one match that they can watch, so they don't really know much about our holes.
Yeah, they don't know our strengths
I mean,
and
this
weaknesses.
kind of sounds a little dirty. Sorry.
Their last match, they did very well. They stole a lot of musical questions.
Chance for the steal for Team 6 Degrees.
Go Gene Kelly.
Correct for the
look at
steal
that.
of 1 point.
Well, here's the thing. Scott Mantz and I, we fucking love musicals.
We love musicals.
Fucking
especially-
love 'em.
Especially La La Land. Good musical. It's great.
Don't advertise for them. We're talking about
Right,
Schmoedown.
We're talking about Schmoedown here.
I know Scott Mantz is the darling of this league, and that's great, but we need a new darling. I think that's us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to bring it
100%.
today. We're ready. We're the underdogs, and we're coming up strong, guys. Coming up strong.
No disrespect against
No,
the
they're
6
lovely
degrees. They're
ladies.
lovely. But we got to take them down. We got to take them down because we're going to go from Team ETC, all the smack talk. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be nice. And they're just going above and beyond with the smack.
We busted Paul Stantz so hard that every time I stop at a gas station and see his dumb face on that screen, I can tell that he's broken inside.
Yeah, every time I get in a shitty New York cab, there he is, just crying.
Yeah.
Come on here. Just because I got
don't talk to your
the
mama like
rules
that.
wrong on my first match with them. Now I know how to do math. I went to college here, okay?
Doesn't matter if we win or if we lose, we're definitely going to consume their soul Neon Demon style.
For sure. I'm going to eat the eyeball. I call dibs on that one.
We could also do Dementor style, like
Yeah,
that
just
kiss
like
of death.
Kiss of death,
Yep,
just suck out
that's
the soul.
totally going to be happening
For
at the end
sure.
of this, no matter what.
Absolutely.
So be prepared.
Get ready. Get ready.
All right, so number one.
Yes.
Set a course. It's for victory.
Aye, aye,
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This is the Team League, and I'm Christian Harloff.
I am Mark Ellis, and Christian, cocaine is a hell of a drug, but nothing compares to the peanut butter fudge that Miss Movies brought in today. She's a part of 6 Degrees.
6 Degrees versus Team Trek. This is a very big match here in the Team League. You have the number 5 contenders in 6 Degrees going up against the number 4 contenders, Team Trek. Whoever wins this match, Mark, goes into the Schmoedown Spectacular to play ETC for a possible title shot.
And what was the name of the team they're going to play? Was it ETC? Because those 3 letters are burned into Scott Mantz's brain every time he puts his head on his pillow to go to sleep. They've been calling it up. Scott Mantz wants to get back in the ring against those guys.
Well, that's the question, though, is because ETC has been calling out Mantz since their last match in 2015. And Mantz, he tends to get focused on things sometimes he shouldn't be focused on. He's still focused on Roka, and they have no match in the books.
He's still focused on the Wrath of Khan, and that was 1980. Get over it, Mantz!
And he's focused on ETC, but is he focused on 6 Degrees?
You know what? There's somebody that should not be overlooked anymore because they took on a very potent Wangers team who, say what you want about them, they got a really tough draw in round 2. That's not an easy team to beat. 6 Degrees did it.
Yeah, and you also really have to look at Inman. Jason Inman, for what he did in his last match against Team Superhero News, he kept Mantz got a little bit antsy, and then Inman was able to pull him back a little bit, and they worked so well together as a team towards the end there, and they wound up winning that match.
Inman might be the the X factor in this match today and going forward for Team Trek because he's such a great balance. He's the yin to Scott Mantz's yang. 6 degrees. Their challenge today is if Brianne and Stacy can complement each other's knowledge as well as Team Trek. We're about to find out.
All right, here is the tale of the tape. You have 6 degrees. Animated movies are a strength, musicals are a strength, and giving everybody a sugar rush. And then you have Team Trek with superhero movies. You also have fantasy, sci-fi, and screaming, yelling, and shushing someone from screaming and yelling.
Nobody does it better than Scott Mantz. Did he have the fudge? My God.
No,
I am so high right now.
If you give that guy 1 can of Red Bull, he could fly to the moon.
I have 3 cavities, but you have nothing wrong with your mouth and or your throat, and that's why you're the guy doing the
That
introduction.
sounded awful. Here we go.
It sounded weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, with a record of 1 win, no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 5 ranked contenders, Brianne and Stacy, Team 6 Degrees.
A little bit of leather in the opening.
Look at a catwalk.
A very confident look by Brianne, and here comes the...
They're wearing wanger shirts.
They're
wearing wanger
They
shirts.
might have murdered the wangers.
What's on their back?
It's
Oh my
musicals. The internet is now hashtagging musicals thanks to 6 degrees and an incredible intro.
That is like running to a grave and stomping on the grave and just continue spitting on the grave.
The family of the Wangers have not yet had time to weep over their fallen sons, and
Right.
already 6 degrees spitting on them.
But for some reason, Copster right now has steam coming out of his ears and is going to start recording the ceiling. All right, and their opponents with a record of 1 win, no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, the ranked number 4 contenders, the Mantz Man, Scott Mantz,
I see
Jason,
fingers.
Justice, Inman, Team Trek.
Whoa! Look at these dapper gentlemen coming out. Oh, they brought flowers.
Good guys at heart.
They really have nothing but love for
wait a
everything in
minute.
this
What's going
Schmoedown.
on?
Oh, he brought a flower for
going on,
Christian.
As they
The
sit down.
outlaw might have left town for the winter. Scott Mantz spreading good cheer all over the place. Interesting to note here, Christian,
Yes.
is that they brought flowers for the ladies. You got a flower. I did not receive a flower, so I'm going to go eat another
You're
pound
getting
of
a
this.
back massage later.
Yeah.
A back
Getting
massage.
back
I want one.
Back massage is sounding good to this guy. You gentlemen and you ladies no doubt have been here before. Here is how round 1 is going to work. Each competitor will get 3 questions from 3 different movie categories. You are not allowed to consult with your teammate in round 1. The question is to you and you alone. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. And once again, we stress, it is a question for you and you alone, so please do not emote if you know the answer that your partner does not. You're well aware of the rules. Team Trek, you are the favorite in today's match. Would you like to answer your questions first or second in round 1?
First or second. Just go. Make the choice.
Second.
Second, all right. Ladies, category 1 or category 2?
Category 2
Category
for the
2.
victory
Category
side.
2.
All right, so Team 6 Degrees is going first from category number 2. Who will be going first?
I'm your Huckleberry.
All right, Brianne. I like that.
movie.
That
Good
is.
reference.
All right, Brianne, in the category of animated. Highly intelligent rats help a widowed mouse in what 1982 adventure?
The Secret of Nim.
That's correct.
1 point for 6 degrees right off the bat.
Done.
All right, Brianne, in the category of sci-fi fantasy, John Travolta plays Turl in which sci-fi film?
I don't know, so I'm going to say Battlefield Earth.
That would be correct.
Safe guess.
There you go. And your final category in the category of rom-com, who plays the older brother of Josie in Never Been Kissed?
Oh, I know his name. I don't know his name, but I know his name. I see his face. David Arquette.
That is correct.
Brianne having a solid first round.
3 for 3, and now we're on to Team Trek. Team Trek.
Damn, 6 degrees.
Which one of you fine
brought it.
gentlemen would like to go first?
Me.
Jason Inman, your
Number one.
category
You have the con.
is animated. Your first question. In the Disney film Oliver and Company, what type of animal is Dodger?
The dog.
He is a dog. He is a dog.
Okay,
I thought it was a trick question.
so she's a dog. Ghostbusters.
Jason Inman, your second question comes from a world you may know, sci-fi fantasy. In Pirates of the Caribbean, Barbossa was captain of which ship for 10 years?
The Black Pearl?
Give him another point.
All right.
Another point for Inman. And now
Number
we move on
one.
to romantic comedies, or
My
as I
favorite
call
category.
them, rom-coms.
Steady she goes.
Who played the role of Kimberly in 1997's My Best Friend's Wedding?
Wild guess. Is it Julia Roberts?
She is in the film. That is incorrect. Looking for Cameron Diaz.
Oh, Cameron Diaz comes back upon us.
Cameron Diaz, that bitch.
All right, so after that round, we have a 3-2 lead by 6 degrees as we now go over to
6 degrees.
You like that? Now we go
Wow.
to Stacy
Look
Okay.
at you batting a
in the
thousand.
category of action adventure.
Okay.
A View to Kill was the last James Bond movie starring which actor as 007?
Oh gosh, Timothy Dalton.
You're looking for Roger Moore.
Oh, Roger Moore.
Roger
Okay.
Moore.
Dalton also played James Bond.
All right. Category of Oscar movies. Oliver Stone won his second Best Director statue after Platoon for which film?
Oh God. Was it? It wasn't Natural Born Killers, was it? Was it Born on the 4th of July?
We need an answer.
Which is your answer?
I don't know which
5,
one.
4, 3, 2.
Born on the 4th of July.
That's correct.
Oh shit! I can't believe I got that right.
All right.
Stumbling backwards into the correct answer is Stacy Howe.
All right, and your final
Always
question.
stumbling.
Category
It's fine.
of movie places.
Movie
places.
Okay.
Or movie locations.
Movie places.
Movie places. All right, movie places. In which northeastern state is Shawshank State Penitentiary located?
Um.
5, 4, 3.
Maryland.
Looking for Maine.
Oh,
Maine.
dang it. I know it's
Maryland,
one of the
not
M's.
in the Northeast.
But we
Okay.
have 4-2 as we now go to Scott Mantz.
Take the con, Captain.
Scott Mantz takes the con back from his super nerd friend Jason Inman.
That's right.
Action adventure is your first category, Mr. Mantz.
Let's do it.
And your question is such. During the film Under Siege, what is Casey Ryback's current role in the U.S. Navy? Do not look at the guy who does not have the con.
Repeat the question, please.
During the film Under Siege, what is Casey Ryback's current role in the United States Navy?
Cook.
Give him a point.
Yes.
All right.
Give him a point. He makes a good sauce, that Casey Ryback does. Oscar movies is your next category. Dan Aykroyd has been nominated for one Academy Award, a Best Supporting Actor for his role as Bowie Worthen in what 1989 film?
Driving Miss Daisy.
Tie game.
Tie game, Scott Mantz. And now for the lead, heading into round 2. Your category is movie places, or locations, as fancy people would say. What state is Marion Crane traveling to in the film Psycho?
California.
California is
Look at
correct.
that.
They have the lead
Wow.
going into round 2 in a very tightly contested first round.
Well, it's
Christian.
5-4 going into round number 2, and strong rounds from both Scott Mantz and Brianne in that round. for
That's
sure.
right. They really came to
Scott
play. I
Mantz
think
and
it's going to
Brianne.
come down to Stacy and Inman in round 2 because remember, round 2, it's a team collective of knowledge. And as we bring in round 2 now, we also introduce the wheel from the one, the only, the incomparable Josh
There he is.
Hercules Macuga.
My opponent in a couple of days here. Mark. I'll be playing
Josh Makuga,
Not
Christian
Penn
Harloff.
State.
That match coming up soon. And keep in mind in round 2, if you do not like the first category you spin, you are awarded 1 mulligan. However, you must choose 6 questions from that category if you happen to spin that way. Each category has 6 questions. They're each worth 2 points. If you'd like to check to multiple choice, you may do so, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. However, your opponent can steal in round 2. You are allowed to confer with your teammate for the entirety of round 2. Scott Mantz, use those big nerd muscles and spin us a winner.
Here's the spin.
That's a healthy
That's a good spin. I like that spin, and it lands
Healthy stride.
on opponent's choice.
Opponent's
Whoa.
choice. But I can spin again, right?
No.
On opponent's choice, you may not spin again.
Oh, shit.
What's
Good thing there's no Cameron Diaz on the wheel.
Hold on. We've got.
Now, Christian, it all falls on
you should
6
give us
degrees to
movie
confer
release
as to
dates.
what their strategy is going to be.
What they think that Trek's not going to be good at.
Coming of age.
5.
Oh, well.
Mixed bag. We're going
Mixed
with
bag.
mixed bag for you
Oh.
guys.
Bag.
That's interesting.
Mixed bag is one of our newer
yeah.
categories here at the Schmoedown, and it's a mixed bag of questions. It could really be from
be anything.
any category. There could be a movie release date in
There
there.
could be. We'll see.
All movie release date.
Team Trek. What 2006 movie title was changed to Pacific Air Flight 121 during production, then changed back to the original title, partly due to the request of the film's star?
Repeat the question, please.
What 2006 movie title was changed to Pacific Air Flight 121 during production, then changed back to the original title, partly due to the request of the film's star?
Do you know?
5, 4.
United 93.
That's incorrect.
That is incorrect. Now we go to 6
You can
degrees.
steal.
If you want to go with it.
I have no idea. Do you have any ideas?
You can guess.
Do we
5.
want to guess?
Red eye.
Sorry, we were looking for snakes on a plane.
Snakes
Dang it.
on a plane. It doesn't have the same ring if you say get these snakes off
on this
Pacific Air
motherfucking
Flight 121.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. You still have 5 questions left. Questions number 2. In what year was The Godfather Part 2 released?
1974.
That's correct.
You knew a movie release date could creep up in mixed bag, and it certainly reared its ugly head.
All right. What actor plays Geordie LaForge in Star Trek Generation?
Oh my goodness!
LeVar Burton.
That's true.
Reading Rainbow Zone, LeVar Burton.
Oh my God, that is fucking brilliant.
Mixed bag.
Mixed bag is clearly Team
Mixed
Trek's
bag
new
is
favorite
helping for
category.
them so far.
Thanks for the gift. We'll take it.
That's them, yeah.
That's a good one.
Who voiced Jessica Rabbit in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Kathleen Turner.
That's correct.
Uncredited.
All right, 2 questions left. Thelma and Louise want to avoid on being on what TV show? They're conferring it.
We're going to have a multiple choice on this one.
Is it A, Geraldo, B, Oprah, C, Donahue, D, Sally Jesse?
Sally Jesse.
Incorrect.
Donahue?
Looking for Geraldo.
Geraldo.
Very soft G.
All right.
I thought this was the movie Schmoedown, not the 80s talk show Schmoedown.
The question was about Thelma and Louise.
Okay.
questions after you got Star Trek and movie release dates.
All right, yeah. Point made.
Okay.
This is, well, it's in the mixed bag. So here it is.
The mixed bag.
In The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's house lands on and kills a wicked witch. From where did the witch hail?
What's not north? It's not south.
5,
You want to go?
4.
Wicked Witch of the East.
That's correct.
They know their cardinal directions.
All right, so that is
not
the mixed.
north, it's not
so they
south.
wound up pulling out about
Scott Mantz
6
Access
points
Holiday.
out of that round. It is now 13-4. Trek has a big lead, but 6 Degrees has not spun. Here is the spin.
That's right, a big 8 points there. 6 degrees. What are they going to pull?
All right. Here we go.
I hope Stacy had a lot of fun. She clearly did. That is a jacked up spin.
And it lands on.
Oh, yeah.
Is it movie release?
Yeah.
movie
No,
release date.
No, we
It
are
doesn't
not.
appear that they're going to select that. Would you ladies like to spin again?
We're going to spin one more time.
They're going to
because
spin
I don't
one
want
more
to
time.
die.
This is their last spin.
There's-
Anything to avoid movie release date. That's an even stronger spin.
And this time it lands on fantasy
Fantasy
sci-fi.
Sci-fi. We're going to have to take it.
Well, they
All
had to
right.
avoid. They had to get
You had to
far
get
out
off
of
the
that
movie
Little
release
Rose.
date.
Oh, sure. Sure.
But fantasy sci-fi, no easy task here for anybody, regardless of which team it is. And keep in mind, Team Trek can steal one of these if 6 Degrees does not get the answer right. Your first question, you're allowed to confer in this entire round. What was the name of the Elven King of Mirkwood in the Hobbit trilogy?
That's all you.
Thranduil. No. It was played by Lee Pace.
5, 4.
Oh, multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Oh, I forgot that's an option. Okay.
Is A, Thranduil, B, Balin, C, Thrain, D, Celeborn?
Oh, I thought it was Thranduil.
5.
Thranduil?
That is correct.
Wow,
One
that's
point.
one point.
I
That's
knew
good.
it.
You
Oh,
did
but
know it.
multiple
Good job,
choice. I did
Stacey
know
Howard.
it. That's okay.
13-5.
That's okay.
It is now 13-5, and they're thinking their way through this round early. Your next question. In what film does a New York Jets quarterback save the world?
Oh, Flash Gordon?
Flash Gordon, I'm so sorry you didn't get to ask that question. Christian, I know you're a big fan of Flash
That's
Gordon.
correct.
It is. 2
Oh.
points.
Flash.
2 points.
Oh, savior of the universe. Okay.
One of the dumbest science fiction films ever made. Christian loves it. I'm sorry you didn't get that.
No! Great movie.
You're gonna lose
Great
next
movie.
week. All right.
This is the first show where the co-host hissed at his fellow co-host. Your next question. What does Harrison Ford find on the floor at the end of Blade Runner?
Oh,
Oh.
the paper crane.
Okay, you say it.
The origami paper crane is not it because William Bibiani is giving me that face.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
Scott.
The photo? Oh, wait.
Oh, at the end of Blade Runner.
The end
Yeah.
of Blade Runner.
What does he find on the floor at the end? It's the
Very similar
origami
to the
of the
question.
unicorn.
That is correct.
Ah,
An origami unicorn.
I knew
Two-point
but you know Blade Runner.
steal
Yeah.
for Team Trek.
Damn.
That
You were
is
so close.
big. Now we move on to your next question.
You're there. You guys doing great.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
All right.
Team 6 Degrees, who directed the Jodie Foster flick Contact?
I didn't even see contact. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Rob Reiner, B, Robert Zemeckis, C, Jodie Foster, or D, Ron Howard?
Could have been.
You know?
We could go.
5, 4.
What
Three.
was the? Sorry, what was the last option?
Ron Howard was the last option.
3, 2,
We need an answer.
1.
Ron Howard.
That is incorrect.
Robert Zemeckis.
1 point.
It was Robert Zemeckis. It is now 16-7, so they're right on the cut line for being knocked out, Christian. However, Team 6 Degrees has 2 questions left, which they could get a much-needed 4 points. Your next query is, in Labyrinth, what type of fruit does Jareth instruct Hoggle to give Sarah?
I believe it's a peach.
2
2
big
points.
points. 2 big points.
Go Bree.
Well done.
Way to go Bree.
There's
Go
saving
Bree.
up
Go
elimination,
Bree.
and now to make round 3 very competitive, your
Yep.
last question is,
Thank God.
who voices the character of Treebeard in Lord of the Rings?
I love all these Lord of the Rings questions. They need a Lord of the Rings spin category.
This is the first question from the film Lord of the Rings.
There was a Hobbit question.
The Hobbit is a different film.
5,
Someone with a deep voice.
Okay.
4.
So multiple choice then.
Your multiple choice options are, is it A, Andy Serkis, B, Jonathan Rhys-Davies, C, Christopher Lee, or D, Sala Baker?
Can you say it one more time with feeling?
What's more with feeling?
I certainly can. Is it A, Andy Serkis, B, John Rhys-Davies, C, Christopher Lee, or D, Sala Baker?
Okay, go with that.
Christopher Lee.
That is
Incorrect.
incorrect.
John Rhys-Davies.
He got it for a point.
All right.
And all of a sudden, Team 6 Degrees in a very precarious position here heading into round 3. They need to get some questions right.
It is 17-9 as we get into the third round. 6 Degrees needs a big third round.
That's right. They need a big third round. And the way the third round works is
do it.
each team is going to pick 3 numbers that correspond from 1 to 25. Those are going to link to separate movie categories in round 3. Your first question is worth 1 point, your second is worth 3, and the last one is worth 5. Team Trek, because you are in the lead, we will get your 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 25 first.
Okay, first number is 6 for 1966 when the Star Trek, the original series, premiered. Second number is 7 for 1987 when Star Trek, the Next Generation premiered.
And then the third is 3 for 1993 when Star Trek Deep Space Nine premiered.
So 6 Degrees, please pick your numbers.
Okay, so Stacy,
16.
Yep.
4.
because it's
my
a
favorite
multiple.
number.
It has 6 in it, and you took our 6, so we gotta take another 6.
Sure.
And the last one?
Sorry, we're taking 16, 12, and 18.
16, 12, 18. All right, so here's how it's going to work. 6 Degrees can only afford to miss their 1-pointer in order
great.
to make it.
Oh,
That's
God.
right, and I like that they didn't take the numbers suggested to them from Team Trek. It could have been a ruse.
So 6 Degrees is going to go first. Your first category, your 1-pointer, is Matthew McConaughey films. Who will go first?
I will do it. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, hey, hey.
Brianne, here we go.
All right.
For your 1-pointer. Matthew McConaughey starred in which film directed by Jean-Marc Vallée?
Right. Dallas Buyers Club.
That's correct for 1
1
point.
point.
Good job. Good job, Bree.
Christian, one could say Brianne McCougat her way into that
She
answer.
did. All right. Now they need to hit this. Stacy has to hit this or they will lose via TKO.
That's
No
a lot
pressure.
of pressure.
It's fine. Okay.
All right.
Calm down, everyone.
In the category, you picked category number 12. That is 70s movies.
You got it.
In the category of 70s movies, what was the Oscar-nominated disaster movie from 1974 that starred Steve McQueen and Paul Newman?
I don't know. Can I talk with
There
my...
is no conferring
No?
until the
No?
5-pointer.
Shit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know it. Deep Impact.
And your winners,
The
by
towering
way of technical knockout,
Fine.
ladies and gentlemen, going to the Schmoedown Spectacular, Scott, Mantz, Jason Inman, Team Trek.
And as classy gents as they are, they come over, they greet their competitors with open arms. It was a nice matchup there for 2 rounds, and it's just a tough question, a tough category for 6 Degrees to hit the 1970s.
That was hard to do, man. I mean, because they both played really hard. It was Towering Inferno was the answer. So that was a very, very tough question, but a great, great effort by both Team 6 Degrees and Trek. There he is. There he is. He's very happy. He's going. You get to go get ETC now. Now you get ETC.
That's
All
right.
right.
And you know, Christian, it doesn't get any easier. It gets only tougher for Team Trek going forward. Here now with an interview with both the winners and the losers of today's matchup is the wild man, Josh McCouga.
All right, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans here in the Team League. Team Trek, today's champions. Guys, that was a hell of a performance. They picked the mix bag, and you decided to throw your own stuff in the mix bag. How you feeling right now?
Feeling pretty damn good because we are 2-0, undefeated. Team Trek, we're going to boldly go. I know how much you love when I say this. We're going to boldly go. Just keep going.
Look,
keep boldly going.
It's a mistake that anybody could have made. 6 Degrees, they didn't know that mixed bag is like a required course at Starfleet Academy. They serve it up every day.
Yeah.
You know, we love mixed things.
But I gotta
Nuts,
say, though,
fries.
The 6 Degrees, they are troopers. They are class acts. They're
Yes.
a great team. They played extremely well.
It was a tough
Mad
match.
love and respect.
It
for
was a
6
tough
Degrees.
match.
Tough match.
Yes.
Was there at any one point during the match did you think we have ourselves a real barn burner here, or did you think, you know what, we're confident?
No. During that first round one, I was like, wow, they're kicking ass.
No,
I started to
yeah.
sweat.
When
I
they
had
did
to
a perfect
take
round.
off my jacket.
Yeah. When they did a perfect round, I thought for a second that there was no chance we were going to get to December 23rd to the Schmoedown Spectacular. But you know what? Now we just climbed up the mountain.
You're on your
Right
way.
back.
I just got to say, now that the 23rd is coming, I got my eyes on Team ETC. They've been talking some really low blow stuff about my stuff in the cabs.
Whoa!
And wait, that's not.
I don't like riding in cabs. The only cabs I like to ride in are the ones Scott Mantz talks in.
See, that's what I'm talking about. But they're
He
also
knows,
like,
he
making
knows.
fun of my kidney because I
Yes.
only have one kidney.
Look.
Who does that?
Look, Captain.
I did a
Yeah.
selfless act
Yeah.
here.
Your
You're
one
making fun of
kidney,
it.
Yeah.
your one kidney is better than all four of theirs.
Exactly.
That's right, and that's why the captain, he knows that our next mission is to make sure that ETC, I mean, we're not going to let a team that's made of letters
I mean, come on.
get a shot at the title belt.
They're losers.
We're coming
They are
for that
losers.
title
And
belt.
we are going to be winners against Team ETC, and then we're going to keep going. We're going to keep
They're going to be
going.
eviscerated, totaled, and a catastrophe after we get done with them.
Knockout after knockout after knockout.
right.
Team Trek coming in hot December 23rd.
Warp 10.
The Schmoedown Spectacular against Team ETC. Do not count them out. Do not take them off the bridge. And do not count them out of the Starfleet. Gentlemen, Schmoedown, Team League, Team Trek, a team to be reckoned with. All right, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans here in the Team League. Unfortunately, 6 Degrees, Team 6 Degrees lost today. But in my book, they're champions because you guys kicked some ass today. Not only in your entrance, which is one of my favorite entrances I've ever seen, creativity, but holy cow, did you guys put on a show?
Listen, that entrance probably was the most that I worked on, aside from maybe reading a few books about movies. So I was very proud of that.
Well,
The job was done.
Yes.
I did a
Hey,
good entrance.
I got the
with
shirts
us.
from Target. Okay.
You know.
I did a little bit of work for this.
like anything, it's a team effort. Okay, at what point in the match, all right, Brianne, you come into matches all the time. You're like, I'm not any good. I'm not going to do it. You destroyed round one. I mean,
That's a bit of a shocker because
3 for 3.
I didn't know where that came from. It was definitely Makuga. I had you on my side.
sure, okay.
Because I made you the peanut butter fudge.
I think that's right.
Why.
And the mustache suit brought you guys luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacy, when your teammate is out there crushing like that, you just feel like, oh, I was going swinging, right?
Yeah, I sure did. And I mean, I only got 1 point in the first round, but I just, I feel like I vibed off of her good vibes, so I got a little bit in there, and I tried to kill it.
Okay,
So.
well, what I think everybody out there wants to know is why mixed bag?
Great question. We could have gone with War, which was
Yeah.
kind of a thorn in Inman's side the other time. We could have gone with Natalie Portman because that's just kind of like,
Yeah.
maybe.
I could talk about where
I
the heart
think-
is all day.
I think it was because you don't know with mixed bag what is going to be in there. It's a little bit of everything, and so kind of want to play it a little nice. What if they get opponent's choice when we spin?
Like most mixed nuts, I'm allergic to 9 out of 10 things in there, and it seemed like 9 out of 10 things that Team Trek got in there, they knew and were not allergic to. After that, did you guys think, this just isn't our day?
No, what I thought was, where's musicals on the wheel? Where are
Yeah.
horror films on the wheel?
Yeah.
Where are our strengths on the wheel? Kind of like the Wingers last time. They were like, where are our strengths on the wheel? Where are our strengths on the wheel?
As always in the Schmoedown, the wheel plays quite the villain. Okay, what is next for Team 6 Degrees?
You know what? I think that we should play another team that I have an idea about. They're one. We're one.
They have
One
one
and-
win,
they have
one loss?
One win, one loss.
Okay.
We're 1-1. And I lovingly like to refer to them as balls of steel.
Oh, Balls of Steel.
Yeah, but it's not balls of steel. It's wolves of steel.
Got
Okay,
it.
wolves of steel.
Why? No.
Because
How about I say no?
Because it's gonna be fun, and all right. Because it's a
Throw in the
challenge.
towel now.
I like to challenge myself, and she likes to be the one that doesn't believe in us, but always crushes it, and I like to be the one that's all hype and never delivers. So
To be the best, you gotta Brianne the best.
yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
All right, there you have it, guys. Team 6 Degrees. You won't see them in the Spectacular. You will see them in 2017 against the Wolves of Steel. Regardless, they always put on an entertaining match, and they come out guns blazing. Back to you, Christian and Mark.
So look at that. 6 Degrees wants to keep playing, and they're going to go up against the Wolves of Steel.
Oh, I like that matchup. The Wolves of Steel on their heels a little bit. 6 Degrees. Look, they had a tough round 3. I think that they can give them one hell of a match.
And then you look at Team Trek. Team Trek now going up against ETC. Scott Mantz looking for that revenge. And even though he's hugging Roca, I'm sure they're going to be smack talking each other pretty soon. That was a great match. But look, we have a lot coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Let's start with Friday. I've got my big rematch here.
You feeling in shape?
Yeah, I feel in shape. I mean, look, Josh McCouga is a guy that I'm not going to take him lightly. He's here for a reason. He's the number 4 contender. The guy consistently guesses well. I don't think they're guesses anymore. I think he has something in his knowledge that was just knocked loose from all his drinking in college.
It's good that you're not taking him lightly. That's a very accurate assessment of Josh McCouga's history, but I have faith in you, pal. I think you're going to pull it off. My big question is the next Tuesday, this matchup we got that's going to take place in a galaxy far, far away.
A week from today, we have our big Star Wars matchup. It's Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sam Witwer going up against John Campea, making his return, as well as Ken Knapsack. That's a big one. And then we've got the Schmoedown Spectacular. That's right, 5 big matches on December 23rd. 3 title matches, the Inner Geekdom Championship, the Team Championship between Top 10 and the Patriots, and then you've got the main event. Dan Murrell going up against Mark Ellis. You taking that title home, buddy?
I am eating a lot of carrots getting ready for this matchup, Christian. I'm watching a lot of movies. I am excited. I'm ready to go. The belt is going to be sleeping here come Christmas night.
So make sure you do that, and also make sure you go to Facebook and join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Tons of stats, discussions. There's a lot of competitors from this league that go in there, and they're very active in that group. Go there, be a part of it, and check out the Schmoedown Rundown. It is the ESPN of the Schmoedown Rundown. It is a lot of fun, and that's on the Schmoes Know podcast channel. Guys, for Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff, and we'll see you on Friday.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.